Wake up, wake up, wake up. It is Mastermind Influencing Team. First Sunday of the month. We have Really Good Living. Go check her out with Lady Phoenix. At Penny's Place with Penny. Grandma Sandy, me. And Create Miss Me with Stephanie. She's such an awesome channel. She always gives such great content on things to build our channel bigger and better. Don't forget to go check her out. Renter Live Luxury by M. She's so wonderful. And then Dizzy Des. Oh, yes, you love her channel too. Go check out these awesome creators that are joining in with us today. All 6 are great. You're going to love them. Okay, I tried to show more enthusiasm. I watched my video that I already shot and I'm pretty half asleep, but I'm waking up now. So go check out. My video today is going to be about burnout, because Grandma got burnout. Okay, check out all those creators and see what you learned this week. That's just one thing about this group. They all have great content. You're going to learn something from every single one of them. Okay, watch them. Good morning to all my awesome friends and family. Today we're joining in for Mastermind Influencing Team. And it's the first Sunday of every month. And this is something I've been doing for quite a few months now, and I hope you guys come back every month and check out all the awesome creators that put up different information and tips on how to build your channel bigger and stronger. This is going to be really good for your channel. And what I'm going to talk about today, because I'm not really good about technical things on YouTube like my other counterparts, but I'm going to talk to you about what can happen if you don't watch it. Burnout. I actually experienced burnout about 3 weeks ago. I had a bad fall, and that's what started all the bad things coming down. I got a black eye from it. Luckily, I didn't knock any teeth out because I hit my face first on my husband's ramp that gets in and out of the house. And but it gave me a terrible black eye, and the weird part about it, my mouth hurt, but my eye didn't hurt at all. And so I didn't even realize I had injured I shouldn't say my eye, I mean it's got a black eye, but the area around the eye got bruised really bad. And looked like I've been in a bad fight. But once I realized that, of course, I put ice on right away and the swelling went down. But my family was very upset about it because that was the second fall in 2 weeks I'd had on that ramp. So my oldest son came over right away, like in a couple days, and put a hand railing in. So now there's a handrail to keep me from falling over. So I am very blessed and fortunate that I have a wonderful family that's always there for me. And I have lots of grandchildren that are grown. They're in their 20s and 30s. And they come over pretty consistently. So even though this virus has been really bad in California for quite some time, and we've had a lot of trials and tribulations, we've been doing basically pretty good. I shouldn't even complain. Compared to most people, we're doing fine. We have enough money to live on, and there's food in the house, and as long as we don't go crazy spending money, we shouldn't have any problems. But I got depressed, and I've been working really hard on my YouTube channel for over a year, really hard. And because I went from 250 followers to about 2,000. I have about 2,000 followers, technically on paper. And so it all sounds good, but I worked really, really hard to get those numbers up there. So I want to make sure you understand. It didn't just happen overnight. It didn't happen because I wasn't working at it. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you've got a great channel, let's go check her out. No, I'm checking my numbers. I'm doing videos. I'm doing 7 to 10 videos a week. I'm working really hard to try to improve my videos' length and also improve the content on those videos. So I was putting a lot of effort in there. And I would say like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe I would get 2 or 3 comments. Now I get 50 to 70 comments per video. I read each comment. I answer each comment if I can. And it takes a lot of time to do all that. And I don't do any other platforms than just YouTube. The reason why I don't, because I don't have time. I'm in my 70s. I have a husband that has health issues. I work 4 days a week, and I don't have a bad life, but it's a busy life, and I have no more time. And you do have to pencil in time for family. I think family is very important, and that's what keeps me going. My family, and YouTube, and my biological family. So I don't have any other time. So that's why I don't do any other things. And I know a lot of you do lives, and I do watch some of them occasionally. I'll swing by and watch them, but I don't watch every day or every week because I don't have enough time. And most of those lives run an hour to 2 hours, and that's a lot of time that I have to take out of my day, and I can't do it. Someone will get in my interest on some subject, and I will watch quite a bit, but that's more unusual than what I normally do. So I just got burned out, and I had to stop. And for like 2 weeks, I didn't do anything on YouTube except watch videos, leave comments, and get sad that I wasn't doing something. And that sounds crazy because I just couldn't do anymore. I was so tired. And then when I went back to put some videos up, because I had some of them already made, I need to get them up. I couldn't get them up because my tablet wouldn't work. So then I had to call my oldest grandson that knows how YouTube works and have him come over to see what the problem was. It was something silly and simple, and he fixed it like in 30 seconds, but because I didn't know what the problem was, I couldn't fix it. And, but anyway, these things happen. So I ended up getting back up and getting some videos going up, and I got that prepping video up finally. And I had already bought the stuff like 2 weeks before, so I've already started prepping. And so prepping is important to me right now too, because they're talking this virus is going to be another year, and I don't want to have happen to me like it did last year, where I couldn't get toilet paper for like 4 or 5 months. So needless to say, I have plenty of toilet paper. I don't want to stock up more than 3 or 4 months at a time because I have a tiny house, and there is an income thing too. So, like I said, you really have to work on trying to balance your YouTube. You can't let yourself worry about what other people are doing on their channels, how much content they can put up, and what they're doing. I'm not saying you shouldn't watch other people's videos. I'm not saying you shouldn't get great ideas, because that's where I get a lot of my ideas, from watching other YouTubers and see how they do their videos, and it has helped me to improve my own. But I can't put up 3 videos every single day. I can't do what a lot of these awesome creators do. I just don't have it in me. And we can't be burning ourselves out and comparing ourselves. We have to work what makes us happy. And I don't stay focused on one thing. I do a lot of things on my channel, because I would get bored and stale if I didn't. And I like watching a lot of different content on different channels, and it makes me very happy to do that. So we need to find what makes us happy, work at our own pace, don't try to overextend ourselves, don't try to push ourselves too hard. And I never started YouTube to make money, so I don't know why I was worrying about my watch time and getting monetized. It was just like a goal I was setting for myself. I tried the goal. I really worked super hard for at least a year on it. And now I just have to understand I probably am never going to make it, or it might take another 5 or 6 years. I figure I'm going to have at least 4,000 to 6,000 followers. Out of that, I'll get 500 or 600 people that are going to be real consistent and keep me going. Because even when you make watch time, you have to keep going and still building. And the more you build, the bigger your group gets. And I know that sounds great, but then you lose the connection with each individual person. And this is the point I'm trying to make. I wasn't trying to make money. I was trying to build relationships. I was trying to find something that made me happy. And YouTube does make me extremely happy when I'm not overworking myself and when I'm working on what's important to me. To me, it was relationships. And I've lost that drive. I shouldn't say drive. I got sidetracked. The most important thing was watch time. No, it's not the most important thing for me. Most important thing for me was building relationships. And I have done that. And I'm going to continue doing that. And I'm going to work harder on the word relationship with my YouTube family. This was what makes me happy and keeps me going, keeps me enthused. Looking for new channels. I just recently had one of my awesome friends tell me I need to stop doing my shout outs because it's messing up my watch time. I don't want to give up my shout outs. I love my shout outs. It brings me joy to share the people that I think are awesome channels. I don't care if it brings down my watch time. See, this is the problem I'm having. I don't care about some things. I care about other things. And we all have different things we care about. And we all are doing YouTube for different reasons. And mine was to build relationships and to be creative and make my videos and I still do a lot of videos, but I don't always do the kind of videos I want to do, or I'm just so tired. I don't have the energy to think like I used to. I used to think more creative, and I've sort of lost that because I'm pushing myself too hard. And that's why I think sometimes we got to take a break to get ourselves focused on what's really important to us and our channels. If making money is the most important thing, then yes, that's what you should be doing. If you join for other reasons, you should try to keep those things focused in front of your mind to see why you're doing it and try to keep doing it if it makes you happy. I'm not saying I won't try maybe again to do my watch time. Maybe another year or two. I don't know. Right now, and I may not even try ever again. I don't know. We'll see. Because, you know, another thing that makes you sad, when you're really pushing hard and you're seeing all the videos you're putting up, and then I like the last month before I had a burnout, I could see I was hardly doing anything because I was doing so much last year. All those numbers were dropping off and all the new numbers were coming up. And not that I wasn't working hard, but I couldn't work harder than I worked last year. And that's why I can't get ahead, because as I'm working myself to death, because I was doing 7 videos last year at this time, so now I'd have to do 14 videos. And don't get me wrong, I could probably do it, but I don't know how long I could do it and what would happen to me. And then on top of that, people comment, and then you have comments you got to answer. So instead of maybe having 50 comments, maybe you'd have 100 comments. And when you start compounding that over months, it's a lot of work. Now, I understand a lot of you don't even answer comments. So, but see, that's what you don't want to do. I love my comments. I love my connection. So this is where my trial is. I can't do both. I got to figure out what's important. Well, I got to stop whining and go on and say bye-bye to all of you. Try to stay focused on your YouTube channels. Don't have burnout. Don't be like Grandma. Try to do too much. We can only do so much. Love you all. Bye-bye for now.